Good afternoon, my friends. We're back with 1 minute, one halacha, and I apologize that it's taken a few days for us to get back online here with this daily learning program. It's not so daily, but we try to do it as daily as possible. So welcome back. We're going to start now the next segment, which is chapter number 2 of what we're discussing in halacha. We spoke about the early morning and rising up in the morning, and now we're going to talk about prayer. Now, prayer is very interesting because prayer is our communication with God. And what many times people don't understand in prayer is that prayer is a direct conversation between us and God. Now, there are two different types of people. There are people who feel a direct connection with God and want to talk with God and have that prayer connection. And there are people who only when they're in trouble remember that there's a God. But we in Judaism believe that Ma'aminim b'nei ma'aminim, we are all believers, the children of believers, and even if we go around with big banners saying I'm an atheist, whatever it is that people say, deep down every single Jew is a believer, and prayer is essential in our connection with our Creator, the Creator of heaven and earth. Now, God is the source of life, God is the source of health, God is the source of happiness. And this feeling is inherent in every human being to feel a connection with that source. Now, I once had an individual come to my class in which we were talking about prayer. And after class, we were going to go see one of the synagogues and one of the services that they were having. He says, no. He says, Rabbi, I'm out. I'm going. I said, where are you going? He says, no. I can come to a class about prayer, but actual prayer, I'm not into prayer. I said, why not? He says, because I go in a synagogue, and I open up my prayer book, and I feel like I'm running after, the chazan. I'm running after the leader of the services the entire time. I have no idea what they're talking about. I don't speak the language. Well, what am I going to do? I'm just going to sit there. And by the time I'm done with the prayer, I'm all frustrated that I don't understand what's going on. So I said to him, that's not what prayer is. Prayer means you open your heart and start speaking to God. You speak to God directly. Right? We say, Baruch Atah, blessed are you, Hashem, our God. We are talking to God directly. And we need to use our own heart, our own feelings, our own emotion in that conversation with God. So the question is always asked, why then did the sages tell us what to say? So we have to understand that first, the sages, we're talking about the men of the Great Assembly, the men who understood the deep Kabbalistic understandings. It would be preposterous for someone today in our generation to even try to understand all of the hidden secrets and all of the hidden powers that are lying in the words of our prayer. But, and it says that, they even to the point that the men of the Great Assembly used the mysteries and the secret concepts of the Maaseh HaMerkavah, which is an extremely profound Kabbalistic concept, which are cryptically described in the first chapter of Yechezkel, Ezekiel. So there are secrets in those actual words of the prayers, but there's tremendous power to them. So even if we don't understand the words we're saying in the Hebrew, we can always say them in the English. But I want, at least for the point for today's halacha minute, which is a little bit longer than a minute, for us to understand that we can absolutely connect to God. We have to connect to God in the greatest way we can through our prayer, using our own words, additional to the words of our sages. Now, if we don't read the Hebrew, the original text of the prayer, we can say it in the translated English. But I think the most important part is not to adjust the words of our sages. We can add to it, but not to remove or play around with those words. It's very, very dangerous. With that, my friends, we're gonna stop today. Tomorrow we're going to talk more about personal prayers and the halachic requirements of prayer for each individual to pray. I want to ask for one other thing, is that tomorrow at 1 p.m., on Wednesday, the 22nd of March, we are launching our third annual 24-hour campaign. And we look forward to each of you. Thank God we have thousands of viewers every single week to our videos. and we'd love if you can join us in our campaign tomorrow. It will be on Facebook, and it will be live on the internet. It's a 24-hour campaign. We look forward to for your support, and I look forward to learning more together. If you like this session, you're welcome to like it, but please share it so that others who may like it will enjoy it as well on the internet. Thank you, and have a terrific day. Thank you for joining us.